Hello, friends. Welcome to the November Ritual Circle. This month has been a focus on the word healing, which, of course, is a very interesting term. I think thinking about healing just in general. I was looking back a few months ago, or maybe even over a year ago, when we covered wellness. And both these words have such interesting connotation. I think especially in the modern Insta therapy world, these can be very interesting terms that mean different things to us or look differently to each person. And so for this ritual specifically, we are focusing on healing our hearts, a collective prayer art ritual. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this one is obviously there are multiple things happening at once, everything everywhere all at once, it feels like. Um, and it also feels like we've been doing that for a while. So there might be some fatigue, there might be some um, need to take a step back and collectively regenerate ourselves, return ourselves to equilibrium while also thinking about how we fit into the bigger picture and how we serve the bigger picture rather than just our own hearts, but collective hearts. For this topic today, I wanted to start with some mindful movement. And of course, camera off, move in a way that feels good, and just kind of free stretch and move. I'm going to guide. If you wish to join me, please feel free. But also do whatever feels good. Feel what feels good and do that thing. So for this mindful movement, I'm going to ask, and this is actually something I do with my high school, middle school, at the beginning of most of my classes, we do mindful movement. And so what I like to ask is that you step away from your desk, stand up real quick, or slow, at a pace that works for you. And let's just start by feeling our spine grow tall and our feet very rooted. Maybe even start to bend the knees back and forth. So just kind of feel our place on the earth. If you have shoes on, I invite you to take those off, just so you can feel a little bit more connected to the floor. Maybe close the eyes, feeling spicy. And on this inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale to a forward fold. Allow your fingers to touch your toes. Bend the knees generously if you need to. And we're going to just slowly roll up. Moving with the breath, deep breaths into the nose and out through the mouth. Do some rolling of the shoulders, just kind of feel any cracks, rolling the neck next. Coming back to center, inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale to cactus arms and feel the stretch through your shoulders and chest. Inhale, bring the arms up, looking up to the sky, and come up on the toes so you feel full body stretch. Hold here. Inhale, and on the exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Keeping the eyes closed. And just allow yourself to be present. Already dropping into the heart and just feeling what the heart has to offer. I want to invite you to just already start thinking about, what does the word healing mean to you? Maybe just stay here for a second with your hands over heart and reflecting on what that word means to you. And when you feel ready, bring hands out, palms in front. Bring the hands behind the back. This is really good for artists. Clasp the hands like so behind the back, pulling down ever so gently. And this just really helps with text neck or scrunched back. And go ahead and bring your head up to the sky, down to the floor, side to side. Release the hands, bring them in front. I like to call this zombie arms with my students. Hands up with the zombie arms, so out. And then we bring the arms down, the hands down, and just rotating the wrist like so. That should give us some good movement with the arms and then the wrists. Wiggle the fingers and maybe hear my propping. Take one hand and stretch the other. Straight. Other side. When you're ready here, coming back to seated position, back to your chair, floor, wherever you might be. And as we work tonight, I want us to think about drawing connections. As we work in a way that connects with a prayer, with an intention, there's always connections for us to find and put together, whether it's cards that you're pulling, or it's those visuals that you see out and about. Think about drawing those connections. And I'm really being literal. Drawing those connections can be really powerful. Put the arrows, add them. I think sometimes those are not always, they might make a page look more messy. See if drawing those actual literal connections support where do we fit in the healing needed in the world? What does that look like? So as always, here are some intentions for tonight, today, if you're watching this recording. And I think it is important to make these intentions because this is not where the work ends, it's just where it begins. So to hold space for our heavy feelings, for community and the hearts of those who have been affected. So this is very broad, but there's much happening in the world. So sometimes we can only care for ourselves, sometimes only our community. And hopefully some days we are able to go outside of that, but knowing that that is okay. To channel our feelings into art, perhaps even come up with ideas of constructing systems of support. Sometimes caring for others heals our own heart, supports our own heart because it gives us purpose. It gives us a place to be of abundant service to those in the world. And to allow our feelings to flow through us without judgment. So we are going to begin with meditation. Creating a circle that grows, that grows, to kind of drop us into this space, this healing modality of prayer. And I do want to give the caveat that prayer can be anything. It can be really, I connect it greatly to intention, to planting those seeds of care, something to water, not just to let go of, right? So as we practice this today, we are also practicing a ritual that whoever sees this, whoever touches base with this, we are all growing this circle within our heart space, within our minds, within our communities, and how that reaches out. So before we begin and dive in with this meditation, I want you to do what you need to do to get comfortable and find comfort where you are. So that might mean adjust where you are sitting. Maybe adjusting the lights in your room. When you are ready, feel free to grab your art materials, place them in front of you. Place one hand. Let's go with both hands on heart tonight. A little extra heart. Feel free to sit down, lay down. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Even to the washing machine downstairs. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. I'm going to share this prayer out loud to you, but allow your eyes to just soften and close. Or feel free to say it with me. I call in all souls that need healing. I call in every part of me that has fallen away. I call in peace as it is needed, soothing where there is friction, and love where there is peace. I am love. I'm here to support, here to heal with the power of the heart. Deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Let it out, sigh. I want to invite you to imagine. Just imagine a circle of light around you. Not very far away. With each inhale, the circle grows closer to your body, wrapping your heart. And with every exhale, expanding farther around you. Inhaling deep to bring that circle of light to your heart. Exhaling to send it out when it is needed. Deep breath in and out. Imagining that light flowing in and out with each breath. Get where you are. Every exhale, sending in light. And as you exhale, imagining that light going out farther and farther each time. Allow that light to travel as far as it can go, letting it return home to your body and heart. Down deeper and deeper as we go. Next inhale, bring the circle back to yourself. Circle of light. On the exhale, come into stillness. Allowing eyes to softly open. You're ready. Take your time coming back. We have a friend visiting us. Shiva is here. I'm gonna just guide us into our next step. So take your time coming back here to this space, this full moon magic. I'm gonna just leave up these prompts. Again, coming back to maybe write out what comes around to the mind around the idea of healing, right? We're gonna be here for a little bit, just to allow for some journaling, not for too long. But maybe also pull some cards if that's part of your practice. Maybe pull some cards around these questions too, especially if you're feeling blocked on not really even sure how you feel. Like, that's okay. And also just choose to focus on one. I'll be checking back in soon. you're watching this as a recording, or you can always pause, sit with this, put on your own music, and just kind of go for as long as you want. But for those who are here, are ready to get to the next step, I want us to start by writing out a prayer on our paper. Focus on what feels most present to you, not what is expected. And what I mean by that, sometimes we might think, okay, I should ask for this, or I should be sending love like this, or I should be thinking about and forcing myself to focus on a certain thing. And ultimately, that's just not authentic. And with our intentions, with our prayers, we want to be authentic. Let's start by taking some time to write that out. Sit with this prayer whenever you are ready, and write for as long as you want. Even say it out loud if that feels supportive. When you are ready, allow for what will flow through to flow through. I'll leave these reminders up and check back in. Just a few more minutes left before we close out. Revisit what you wrote, the journaling, and just take stock of what you've drawn, what you've written. Just kind of notice. What are the themes that are coming up in the work that you are doing tonight? What are the feelings you have in your heart tonight, today, this week, and year? Allow that to just really guide you. Last few minutes. All right, friends. As always, take another moment or two if you need it. Big deep breaths. Closing reflections. And I already know one person who's going to have an issue with this. But it is the full moon. So I wanted to include her. She's here. They're here. He's here. Closing reflections is always, this is not where the work ends. It's just a place to hold space for what is going on. And with that said, use this ritual as much as feels good for you. Adjust it in ways that make you feel more at home if you want to do this ritual again. And of course, take this prayer with you to support yourself, your community, and the world. And I want to revisit this idea of authenticity in our prayer, this idea of like the expected. there's so much happening in the world and there's so much expected of us. And sometimes what is expected gets in the way of what is present, and what we do have the ability to make change in. And so I want to give that close out to this full moon in Gemini and this ritual is, do not get so stuck in what you think you should be doing that you lose sight of the opportunities for doing great work, whether that is in your families, in your communities, and in the world, whatever that looks like. It looks so different for each and every one of us. But I think sometimes the idea of activism becomes more of a conversation I feel like more of us are having about performative, and like, not that anyone is trying to do that, but just remember you don't have to do what everyone else is. Um, do what you can when you can, as you should and can. We can't give up on hope. We must cultivate community, and that's one of the things I think we lose sight of when we focus on the expected. Um, we lose sight in what little magic we can plant, gather, and proliferate. But with that said, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me in this ritual. Please feel free to reach out and let me know um, if this was helpful for you, if this was something that you felt really came through. And yeah, with that said, I will see you in the next one.